Stop seniors. The hidden dangers. 5 morning water mistakes silently harming elders. Are you making them? What if the very act you believe is saving your health each morning is actually silently sabotaging it? Water on its own is life, but combine it with certain hidden habits, and for seniors especially, it can trigger everything from sudden dizziness and heart palpitations to long-term stress on your vital organs. While everyone praises morning hydration, almost no one dares to talk about the potential dangers when it's done carelessly. This is critical for older adults whose systems are more sensitive, more reactive. Your kidneys, your digestion, your heart, all depend on precise timing, delicate balance, and crucial context. When you wake up, your body is in an incredibly vulnerable state. Hormones are shifting, blood pressure is adjusting, electrolyte levels are low. If you flood your system the wrong way or with the wrong tools, you might not feel the immediate collapse. But that doesn't mean the damage isn't silently, insidiously building. Some people feel faint, others notice unexplained heart flutters or cold sweats. Some just feel off and don't know why. The connection is easy to miss, but once you understand it, the truth becomes terrifyingly clear. In this video, we're going to expose 5 dangerous mistakes that can transform your morning glass of water from a health elixir into a quiet threat. Each one represents a silent danger many overlook, and the final mistake of the 5th one might fundamentally shatter how you think about your entire morning routine. If you care about keeping your digestion calm, your heart steady, and your mind sharp, then you must stay with us. This might be the most surprising and important truth you uncover all week. Let's unmask these hidden dangers now. Mistake number 1. The shock of ice-cold water on an empty stomach. It might feel refreshing, even give you a jolt of alertness, but pouring ice-cold water into your body first thing in the morning is a brutal shock your system simply doesn't need, especially when your stomach is completely empty. Overnight, your internal organs settle into a gentle, restorative rhythm. Your blood vessels are slightly constricted. Your digestive tract is dormant. Suddenly sending freezing water down that quiet pipeline is like slamming on the brakes when your car's engine is still warming up. It brutally disrupts digestion, tenses the stomach muscles, and narrows blood vessels just when they're trying to open up and help your body ease into the day. The problem isn't the water itself, it's the temperature shock. Cold water forces your body to expend precious extra energy just to regulate your core temperature again. For younger people, that might be a minor inconvenience. But for older adults with slower metabolisms, it means unnecessary, dangerous stress on your cardiovascular system. You may feel a sudden, jarring headache, a flash of dizziness, or a persistent chill in your chest. These are not signs of refreshment. They're alarming signals that your body is bracing itself against an unexpected assault. Consider Eleanor, a 76-year-old who began each morning by gulping down a tall glass of ice water straight from the fridge. She loved how it cleared her throat and made her feel alert, but she also started noticing something insidious. Her stomach would cramp, her fingers would feel perpetually cold, and her digestion throughout the morning felt sluggish. After mentioning it to her doctor, she was urged to switch to room temperature water for just a few weeks. The change was immediate, undeniable. Her stomach stopped knotting, her hands stopped trembling, and mornings became calmer, more comfortable, and less reactive. We often dismiss discomfort as just part of aging, but many of these small aches and jolts come from habits that no longer align with what our aging bodies desperately need. Cold water might have felt energizing at 25. At 75, it may be doing more silent harm than good. So, if you've been starting your mornings with something that feels like a jolt to your system, take a crucial step back. Let your body wake up gently. Choose water that's closer to your body temperature. Give your vital organs the respect they deserve. After all, they've carried you through decades. They've earned it. Mistake number 2, chugging too fast. The silent electrolyte crash. There's something undeniably satisfying about taking a big, rapid gulp, especially when you're thirsty. But drinking water too fast, especially in the first few fragile minutes after waking, can violently throw your whole system off balance. When your body is still transitioning from sleep to wakefulness, every system is more sensitive. Your stomach lining is unprepared, Your heart rate is adjusting, your blood pressure is recalibrating. Chugging down a full glass of water in one go, even if it's room temperature, can trigger immediate bloating, sudden dizziness, and in some cases even profound nausea or a terrifyingly lightheaded feeling that seems to come out of nowhere. You see, when you drink too quickly, your body doesn't have the precious time to process that sudden, massive intake. Your kidneys jump into dangerous overdrive. Your electrolyte balance, those crucial salts that regulate everything from nerve signals to muscle contractions, shifts abruptly. Your stomach expands suddenly, causing discomfort, gas, or even triggering debilitating acid reflux in people who are prone to it. Seniors, in particular, need to be acutely mindful here because fluid regulation becomes increasingly delicate and unforgiving with age. What might feel like efficiency, getting hydration over with, can actually set off a chain of debilitating reactions that leave you feeling far worse instead of better. Let's talk about Walter, a 72-year-old former coach who treated hydration like a military discipline. He had a morning routine he never missed. Wake up, stretch, and finish a full bottle of water before his feet hit the floor. But over time, he noticed he'd feel strangely dizzy some mornings. He couldn't understand it. He wasn't skipping meals, he wasn't dehydrated. But when he explained his aggressive routine to his doctor, they instantly realized the problem. He was flooding his body before it had time to stabilize. With one small, crucial change, sipping his water slowly over 15 to 20 minutes, his alarming symptoms disappeared completely. There's a vital rhythm to hydration, and honoring that rhythm, especially first thing in the morning, can make all the difference between a good day and a terrible one. Sipping slowly helps your body absorb water more efficiently. It dramatically reduces the strain on your kidneys. It prevents the sudden, dangerous drop in electrolyte concentration that can make you feel weak or jittery. So instead of rushing through your morning glass, treat it like a sacred ritual. Sit up, breathe, sip gently. Let your body receive instead of react. A few extra minutes can save you a whole day of discomfort, or worse. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I urgently recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Mistake number 3. The leaching threat. Plastic bottles left overnight. Sometimes, the danger isn't in the water itself. It's in the container. Many folks leave a plastic water bottle by their bedside at night, thinking it's just a convenient way to stay hydrated in the morning. But if that bottle sits out too long, especially in warm rooms or, even worse, in direct sunlight, it can start to leach dangerous chemicals into the very water you plan to drink. One of the main concerns is a compound called BPA, often found in older or lower quality plastics. Even bottles labeled BPA-free aren't always safe, because other substitute chemicals can behave in alarmingly similar ways once heat and time get involved. Here's why that matters. These chemicals are called endocrine disruptors. That means they can mimic your body's natural hormones and dangerously interfere with how your glands function. For seniors already managing delicate blood sugar, blood pressure, or thyroid issues, this added interference, even in seemingly small amounts, can throw everything out of balance. The symptoms won't show up immediately, but over weeks or months, you might notice more persistent fatigue, unexplained mood swings, or baffling changes in digestion, all without realizing that your innocent bedside habit might be part of the insidious cause. Let me tell you about Stanley, a 78-year-old who prided himself on drinking plenty of water every morning. He always kept a store-bought plastic bottle by the bed, refilled it from the tap, and reused it for weeks without a second thought. It sat next to a warm lamp, sometimes in direct sun. Over time, he began experiencing chronic headaches and bloating that didn't align with his diet or medications. After doing some reading and speaking to his nutritionist, he made a crucial switch to glass and stainless steel containers and stopped leaving bottles out overnight. Within weeks, his symptoms eased, and for the first time in months, his energy mysteriously stabilized. It's tempting to ignore small exposures like these, especially when they seem harmless. But for aging bodies, every added chemical load makes a difference. Your liver works harder, your hormones fight for balance, and your system becomes more vulnerable to outside influences. If you've been reusing plastic bottles or keeping water by your bed in soft containers, it might be time to urgently reconsider. Go for glass. Go for stainless steel. Or at the very least, fill a clean container in the morning instead of relying on one that's been sitting out all night. It's a simple shift, but sometimes the simplest changes bring the biggest peace of mind and protect you from unseen threats. Mistake number 4. The medication minefield. Water on a very full or very empty stomach. Mornings are delicate. That's when your body is trying to find its rhythm again, especially after a night of fasting. And for many older adults, mornings also mean crucial medications. Blood pressure pills, thyroid tablets, pain relievers. These tiny capsules carry enormous responsibilities. But here's what most people tragically don't realize. The way you take those medications, especially in relation to water and food, can change everything, for better or worse. Drinking plain water on a very empty stomach, right after taking certain meds, can lead to immediate nausea, crippling stomach discomfort, and in some dangerous cases, a reduced effectiveness of the medication itself. Some pills are designed to be taken with food. Others need to be taken on an empty stomach, but not followed by large, rapid amounts of water. And still others react poorly with acidity levels that are heightened or lowered by what and how you drink. Your digestive system isn't just a passive pipe. It's a sensitive balance of enzymes, fluids, and crucial timing. Flooding it with water, especially if your stomach is barren or if you're coming off a large meal, can interfere with absorption. That means you might not be getting the full, life-saving benefit of your medication, or worse, it might dangerously irritate your stomach lining without you even knowing why. Let's look at Margaret, an 80-year-old who began experiencing morning nausea that didn't seem tied to anything she ate. Her blood work was fine, her meals were consistent, but every morning, 30 minutes after taking her thyroid medication with a big glass of water, she felt queasy and utterly unsettled. Her doctor, with keen insight, discovered that not only was she drinking too much, too fast on an empty stomach, but she was also failing to give her stomach time to adjust before eating. By changing to a smaller, gentle sip of water with her pill, then waiting a crucial 45 minutes before breakfast, the nausea disappeared completely. And better yet, her next blood test showed her medication was working far more efficiently, finally doing its job. It's easy to overlook how sensitive the stomach is first thing in the morning, especially when you've taken the same medication for years. But our bodies change, our responses shift. And when we start our day by listening instead of assuming, we give ourselves the chance to adjust before problems take root and become entrenched. So if you've been waking up queasy, or if your meds seem less effective than they used to be, take a closer, critical look at what you're drinking, when you're drinking, and how much. It might be a simple fix with a profound, life-changing impact. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Mistake number 5. The empty promise. Skipping breakfast for water alone. It sounds healthy. It sounds disciplined. Some folks wake up, drink a big glass of water, and decide to skip breakfast altogether, convinced they're doing their body a favor. But especially for seniors, this habit can quietly drain your energy, dangerously lower your blood sugar, and start the day on a deficit that's almost impossible to recover from. Water is essential, yes, but water alone, without food to stabilize your system, can leave you lightheaded, irritable, and mentally foggy, sometimes without you even realizing the terrifying connection. When you wake up, your body is in a critical fasting state. Your glucose levels are low. Your brain needs immediate fuel. Your muscles are waiting for vital nutrients. Drinking water helps jumpstart circulation and rehydrate cells. Absolutely. But it doesn't provide the carbohydrates or protein your brain and body require to operate properly. And if you follow that water with coffee, the negative effects can intensify dramatically. Suddenly, you've brutally stimulated your system without grounding it. You may feel jittery, inexplicably anxious, or emotionally flat by mid-morning, and it becomes dangerously easy to mistake those symptoms for age, stress, or sleep problems when they're really just screaming nutritional signals. Let's talk about Alice, a 69-year-old who tried to simplify her mornings. She read that water boosts metabolism and that intermittent fasting was all the rage. So she stopped eating breakfast and just drank water until noon. At first, she lost a little weight, but then the debilitating fatigue set in. Her mood plummeted. She became more forgetful, her daughter noticing she was repeating herself in conversations. A visit to her doctor revealed no major medical issue, just a critical lack of steady glucose intake in the morning. Once she added a small, protein-rich breakfast to her routine, like eggs and fruit, or oatmeal and nuts, her energy miraculously returned. Her focus sharpened, and she started feeling like her vibrant self again. Skipping breakfast might sound harmless, even admirable, but for an aging body, especially one that's already managing medication or hormone changes, it's a risky gamble you cannot afford to take. Think of food in the morning like kindling in a fire. Without it, the flame flickers weakly. With it, you burn steady and strong. Water plays its vital role, but it can't do the job alone. So if you've been starting your day with only water, thinking less is more, this might be the crucial adjustment that changes everything. Give your body both hydration and nourishment. That's how you wake up fully inside and out. Final thoughts. Reclaiming your morning, protecting your health. Morning routines can be incredibly powerful. They set the tone for your day, your energy, your focus, your very well-being. And while drinking water first thing gets a lot of praise, and rightfully so, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. The dangerous truth is, water is only helpful when it's handled with care, with respect for your unique, aging body. When we rush, overdo it, or ignorantly overlook how our bodies truly respond, something meant to help can quietly, insidiously hurt. Especially as we age, our systems become more sensitive, more fragile. What used to feel refreshing might now feel jarring. What felt harmless might now need a crucial second thought. But this isn't about fear. It's about empowering awareness. It's about learning how to truly support the body you have today, not the one you had 20 years ago. Maybe that means sipping instead of chugging. Maybe it means warming your water slightly, or eating a little something before you fully hydrate. Maybe it means finally tossing that plastic bottle you've reused too many times, filled with invisible threats. These aren't dramatic changes. They're thoughtful, deliberate ones. And often, it's precisely these thoughtful changes that protect your comfort, your clarity, and your confidence as you powerfully move through the years. You've taken the time to understand how these seemingly small things can make a monumental difference. That says something profound about the kind of person you are. Someone who pays attention, someone who truly cares, someone who's still learning, still growing, still fiercely investing in their well-being. That mindset alone adds immense strength to your days. So don't stop here. Take one of these crucial lessons and try it tomorrow morning. And see how your body responds when it's treated not with routine, but with the profound respect it deserves. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you found this video insightful and helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.